but will in the latter times it's gonna thrive in the kingdom. Okay. I want to go ahead and get. I guess I want to jump to Job, chapter 20, verse 4. It says, "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment." So the triumphing of the wicked, the kings of the earth, the rulers of the earth, is but for a short time. All right, they triumph for a short time, and their time is at an end. The writing's on the wall, you know. Esau's time is up, man. Okay, it says, Job 20:5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So, you're about to be put out, man. Your time of ruling the earth with wickedness is at an end. Okay, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is fed up with it. He's done with it. He's not with it. He never was, and he's coming back to annihilate you, man. All right, that's gonna lead me to Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39. It says, "See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." Right? So you Edomites, y'all ain't gonna be delivered out of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's hand, man. You 2/3 neither, man. Y'all gonna drink down that cup. All right, you're gonna have to swallow it down. All right, going to Obadiah. This is Obadiah, chapter 1, Obadiah chapter 1, verse. Start at verse 15. "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head." And the reward that's going to return upon your own head is that fire, man. The ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. That's what's going to return upon your own head. Okay? It says, verse 16, For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So you're going to be as though you had not been. You're going to drink down the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? You're going to take part in that, man. You're not going to escape that. Going back to Deuteronomy 32, verse 40, it says, "For I lift up my hand to heaven, and I say, I live forever." Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the one that lives forever. All right? You 2/3 that have that proud, narcissistic mentality, you are not going to live forever, and you're going to be destroyed, man. You Edomites that set up your nest above the stars, and you soar as high as the eagle, you're going to be brought down to the ground, man. You're going to be destroyed. All right, you Edomites, your beloved America is going to be lit on fire. And the thing that's tripped out is that you average Edomites, y'all don't even know that your political leaders and all them, the higher ups, they're ready to kill your ass, man. They have something prepared for you that you're over here trying to be a patriot. You're trying to be a rebel and defend America. Your own people are about to destroy you. All right? And one thing you got to understand, this never was your land for you to be fighting for, to take back in the first place. All right? You stole this land from the Native American Indians, man. All right? And therefore, you're gonna be put out, man. You're going to be destroyed for it. You shed blood. All right? You are your forefathers. All right? You Edomites. All right? And you're going to be paid back for it. Deuteronomy 32 and 40. "For I lift up my hand to heaven, and I say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword," the word whet, W-H-E-T, means to sharpen. Okay? If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and I will reward them that hate me. Okay? Because us brothers that are on the highways and the byways, we are being built up. All right? We're as lively stones, right? Mount Zion. The elect is Mount Zion, that monument. Okay? You hate us. So therefore you hate Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? All you fucking wicked ass women, man. I can't wait for the Most High to destroy y'all's ass, man. I can't wait to see y'all fucking crying and begging. You know? Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 41. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and I will reward them that hate me. So the Most High is not doing it in vain. All right, He's doing it because He's preparing a slaughter, man. He's preparing for a slaughter, and the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they don't just speak shit, man. They don't just their words, they always go out. You know what I'm saying? They don't return back unto them void, man. Okay. We'll go ahead and get this one in Romans 13:1. It says, "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High." All right. So I'm going to jump down to verse 4. It says, For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon them that doeth evil. All right. Wherefore you must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. All right. So the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is not holding this sword in vain, man. All right. Nor are the elect. Because the elect right now, the sword they're holding is spirituality, which is His word. Ultimately, they're going to hold a sword too and start decapitating you people, man. All right. It leads me to one other scripture in the book of Psalms, 149, verse 5. It says, "Let the saints be joyful and glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people, to bind the kings with their chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all His saints, praise ye the Lord." God, so that's talking about you international bankers, you higher ups, man. You Rothschild, Rockefellers, Kissingers, DuPonts. All right, y'all gonna be the ones that are gonna go into captivity, the first ones. Okay, and we're gonna execute judgment upon you that is written in this book. These words are not just written just to be written there, man. Okay, going back to Deuteronomy 32 and 41. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and I will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour them, and that with the blood of the slain of the captivities, from the beginning of vengeance upon the enemy. Right, and that's actually them missiles that ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to use to destroy you. And the chariots, which y'all call UFOs, are going to come back and start annihilating you people with them lasers, man. All right. Verse 43. "Rejoice, O you nations, with His people, for He will avenge the blood of His servants." Right. So you all that bloodshed you poured out, you disrespected and you killed the prophets. The Most High is going to revenge our blood, man. All right. It says, "And will render vengeance to His adversaries, and will be merciful unto His land and to His people." So that's who He's showing mercy to, is the elect, man. Ultimately through His whole people, even you 2/3, but it's going to be through us first, the elect. They're all going to come back, in the kingdom. Right. After you're destroyed here on this side with that fire, man. All right. But like I said, Con. So the Most High is preparing for war, man. To like I said, he sets up kings and he takes down kings. So the next ones to rule are the elect of the nation of Israel, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, who are the elect, that are on the highways and the byways fighting for truth, man. All right, that are lifting up this thing as a standard, as a banner. Okay, the rest of you are gonna be destroyed, man. Esau's gonna be put down. Okay, uh, you know, and the next kings to rule are the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. All right, going back to Job 20:6, it says, "Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?" Right, we're going to be like, what the fuck is he? You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to know nothing about you anymore. We're going to just know that you're wicked. There's nothing that we're going to be in the kingdom thinking about, oh, what? Remember when Esau did that? You know, remember how cool it was and shit like that? It's not going to be like, because we know this shit over here is fucking, it was worthless. These phones ain't worth the shit. You know, this technology you got it's fucking low grade compared to what's going to be in the kingdom. Your automobiles ain't worth the shit. You know? Everything you've built is low grade, man. But for some reason and somehow, y'all act like it's the fucking the best thing on the earth. This is the best thing on the earth. Is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. These are these jewels, these rubies, man. It's more precious than gold. It's more precious than anything, man. But only the elect are aware and know that. Okay? It says, verse 8, "He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night." Right? We fucking, you know, you ain't gonna be on top anymore, man. You're gonna be at the very bottom. This whole nightmare that we're living in right now in hell in America, man, is gonna be over, man. All right, we're gonna wake up and be in the kingdom, man. We're gonna wake up and be in the chariots, you know, and know that, hey, this is the new beginning. Okay, this is just the beginning of Yahweh Shem Yahweh's return, man. The beginning of sorrows. All right, and the prophets are on the highways and the byways, letting you people know, man, before the downfall of a kingdom. All right, verse 9, Job 20:9 says, "The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth." And that's what they're showing right now, man. Through Donald Trump, he's just showing you. They're just showing you their true intentions. And meanwhile, they're using Hillary to still remain that professionalism. All right, but she has the same head, the same mindset as President Bush Sr., trickling down to her husband all the way to George Bush to Obama. Their whole agenda is to go to war. All right. But on this side, through Donald Trump, they're just showing you their true intentions. They're just showing the people what they're about to really do, stirring up the racial conflict that's going on, which is spoken of in the Bible. All right, that same shit hasn't left Esau, man. It's like it read in Job 20 and 13. "Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it in still within his mouth." So they're showing you, man. They're lying to you steadily, promising you stuff that ain't never gonna come to pass. Things ain't not gonna get better, man. All right, the dollar, this Federal Reserve note ain't worth a shit. It's just fucking paper. I forgot what is it, 75%. I believe 75% cotton and 25% linen. You know, that's all it fucking is, man. It has no value. It's lost its value. Those things were just a bunch of credits. It's like a bunch of damn tokens. Not tokens, but fucking coupons that you would get from playing a video game, and you cash it in to get a prize. You know, that's all this money is about, man. You know. But like I said, it says Job 20:12, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Right? So they're showing you, man. These higher ups, man, they're wicked, man. Hillary Clinton's wicked, you know. Donald Trump is obviously wicked, man. It's obvious that motherfucker is wicked. He's evil. Okay? And yes, we need these things to happen, but the point is that these Edomites are wicked. All right? They don't love you. They don't love you, Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. They hate you, and they're ready to fucking they're ready to push that war on you, man. All right. Next scripture. I want to get. I guess I'm gonna go to Isaiah 34. 34:1. It says, "Come near, you nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it." And that's right, man. We're gonna let the whole world know, because like the scriptures say in Matthew 24, it says 24:14, it says, "And this gospel," start at verse 13, "But he," Matthew 24:13, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." So this is being pushed out through the four corners of the earth. It's gonna fall into every single household. All right. Every internet, Google is gonna witness a brother somehow, some way, speaking the truth, wearing the garments, screaming out loud, top of their lungs, in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, telling you devils they're going to be put into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, and he that lead into captivity shall be led into captivity. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. While in the meanwhile, you think it was just a big ass joke. We're speaking unto all people, ultimately to draw in the elect. That's what our job is, man. It says, Isaiah 34:2, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them." He's telling you what's going to happen in the future, man. That's how bad Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is. He's telling you. It's just like nowadays, you got Conor McGregor. He says he talks a lot of shit, and in his press conferences and everything like that. And he's saying, "I back it up, though. I back it up. I back it up." That's how Yahweh Shai is, man. He says that for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter, and he's done it, and he's going to continue to do it. Nobody's ever outfought Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He's not a man, man. McGregor lost. He lost to who did he lose to? Nate Diaz, talking all that shit, and Nate Diaz handed it to him, man. But Yahweh Shai, he's gonna fulfill it, man. He's gonna do what he has to do. Verse 3, it says, "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood." Meaning y'all's bodies are going to be put out. There's going to be left out on the streets, man, when all the war pops off here in America, man. This place is going to smell like shit. This place is going to smell like a fucking restroom that some fat motherfucker just laid some shit down in there, man. That's how this place is going to be, man. Your carcass is going to stink up the earth, man. A bunch of different animals are going to come in just feeding off your body. Y'all's carcasses, man. Verse 4, it says, "And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, all as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree." Talking about that missile, man. The atomic bomb, man. That's the thing that when it touches down and it ignites, it blows up that it forms out a mushroom cloud. And then the heavens roll back, the clouds and everything. For my sword, verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom. Okay, and where does Edom reside right now? Is in the north, which is here in North America, and that's where that ultimately that ICBM, that thermonuclear destruction, is going to occur here on this side of the earth, man. America is going to be a lake of fire. And upon the people my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with all the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they have a great war that's coming, man. All right, they got business to take care of. Okay, and it's gonna happen right here at home, which our people call home here in America. Okay, one scripture I want to get. It's in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 20. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O you women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and every one her neighbor lamentation. For death is come up into our windows, and is entered into our palaces, to cut off the children from without, and the young men from the streets. Speak thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as the dung upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestmen, and none shall gather them. So that death is gonna for death is come up into our windows and into our palaces. So that it's gonna happen right here in the borders of America, man. War. All right, it's gonna be worse than any other time, man. Nothing's gonna be compared to what's gonna happen in this time. All right. Isaiah 34:7, it says, and the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. All right, it says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. And the ICBM missiles are gonna annihilate this place, man. It's gonna be a lake of fire. Okay, this is the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. He's coming back, like it said in Deuteronomy 32. You know, verse 10: it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. So then that's where the translation of a kingdom is going to be put onto Jacob, man. Okay, the Esau is your time is up. All right. Okay, go ahead and get a Second Esdras chapter 6. I start at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham and unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So after you're put down, your place is destroyed through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the elect brothers that are selected to take part in that. They're going to ultimately destroy you and cast you down and put you into captivity. And that's the beginning of Yasharallah, man. And we're going to have all access to all knowledge. All right. Next scripture I want to get is in the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. And Esau is the most proud man, one of the proudest people on the earth, man. All right. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and all right. Going back to Sirach chapter 10, verse 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's what's going on right now. There's a translation being done in the spirit right now. All right, the scepter that Esau held is being taken away from him and put into the elect men's hands of Yasha Allah that are being prepared to be kings and rulers of the earth. All right, joint heirs of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Shai. It says, verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth he casteth away his bowels. So you're proud, man. You Edomites, you 2/3. All right, you sold your soul, man. You gave yourself over to destruction and to be hated by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, verse 10 says the physician cutteth off a long disease, and the physician, the great physician, is Yahweh Shai. All right, and that long disease is the evil and wickedness that thrives here under the vibration, of Esau, man, being the head of the wicked. All right, and you other heathens, man. All right, it says the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die, and you're gonna die, man. The Lord says that as you were today, a king today, and tomorrow you shall die. That's how quick. The triumphing of the wicked is short. All right. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to cut you 2/3 out, and you Edomites out, man. All right. It says in verse 11, for when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. So that's what's going down, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is showing that this whole hip hop movement that we all knew and grew up to know and love had a bunch of faggots in there, man. Like Africa Bambaataa, he's a complete faggot, man. He was a pedophile. And there's a lot of things that are being brought out, shown, in the music industry that is complete wickedness, man. So, like the scriptures say in First Esdras, I'll start at verse 35. It says, First Esdras chapter 4, verse 35. Is he not great? It says, Salakia.